Mayegun don't come. So my people make you ladder. Oh, yo, yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh, yo, yo. My people make we shout. Oh, yo, yo, Mayegun don't come. Oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come, man of the masses. Oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come. Oh, yo, yo. Mayegun diary politico. Oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come. Oh, yo, yo. This one not day off in mind. Oh, yo, yo. Mayegun don't come. Oh, yo, yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that Mayegun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say Mayegun diary, he dey hot like pepper. But every day, then they take money in bulk. Woman picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say, make we no talk. But thank God say, Mayegun don't come. So my people make you laugh. Oh, yo, yo. Mayegun làwa mọ̀, àmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary, Mayegun ti dé o, ọ̀rẹ́ ará ìlú. Mayegun diary,
Hello there.
lórí YouTube. Mayegun diary, gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ní Mayegun.
Good morning to you, good afternoon to you, and good evening to you from wherever you are watching from. And this is Mayegun Live.
Bó bá ṣe rè, àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun diary,
It don't happen. It don't shele. Alarm don't blow. Tell them.
Diary politico. Godfatherism. Kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun diary. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ ṣe o kẹ́kọ̀ọ́.
As you are joining the broadcaster tonight, sharing the broadcast as well, don't forget to drop your offering, like the broadcast, share it as usual, right? And subscribe if you haven't already. And most importantly, read the caption of the broadcast, read the description as well, and then possibly make your own contribution afterward. And if you have the time, you can also call in, okay, to add a voice. Share the broadcast. Yes.
Lórí Facebook. Àní ẹ̀sùn láti. Lórí YouTube. Àní ẹ̀sùn.
The breaking news was that the bench, our own Kokomaster, the bench, has also shared in the cookie jar, the cookie from the cookie jar. And he got arrested and he's been released, by the way. At this time of this broadcast, the bench has been released. But let's talk about what happened and what led to his ICPC arrest tonight. Also tonight, for those who have the time to spend with us, we are going to also share or review the new revelation from Kolu Tifnumbu that you can possibly now call Bola Warren Tinubu Fet, the man that inherited so much from his father that nobody knows. And then he turned around that investment, that inheritance, to what is today's multi-billion dollars empire. We're going to talk about that as well. Also, this evening, we are going to review the latest from Emefiole, the man that is doing abracadabra with your economy and your life. Listen, in Nigeria, typical Nigerians, they will tell you that why is it that everything you see is always negative, negative, negative? Then when that negativity you saw start biting them, then they will start screaming, how did we get here? God will fight for us. We ask God to come and fight and defend us. God will fight for us. I say, which thing concern God? Because Nigerians are the textbook definition of hypocrisy. I'm from Nigeria, so you should know that I should know better. So they will tell you, why can't you just have little faith? Why can't you just trust the government a little bit? And when they fail, then you can criticize them. Meanwhile, when they fail, they don't just fail. Their failure affects your lives. In many times, on many occasions, their failures have changed the direction of your lives many times. Because you are used to getting to kind of, let's get used to it. Let us just adapt. You are so used to adaptation. But again tonight, about 4 years ago, when they dipped Nigeria into recession with their kickback, the central bank round-tripping when people who had no business at all, since Bokwari APC, Egbekegbe came in, they then became the middlemen between Central Bank of Nigeria and the real people who need the forex more, foreign exchange or the dollars, have been a pounds or anything. No. These criminals became the middlemen. They started what was called round tripping. If you are a bank, a whole bank, they don't get dollars. They have to go and meet somebody who has the connection, who has millions of dollars of cash, is ready to sell to them. That automatically spiraled the destruction of Naira. From 200 Naira to $1, it jumped to over 500 Naira to $1 under Emefiole. What was the solution? Oh, it was people who stole money. They were hiding the money inside tank. That is why Naira is losing value. Blah, 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 blah. They didn't tell you the truth. Oh, we suspected the Bureau de change. See, we need to cut down trees in Abuja because the Bureau de change, people who are selling currency, who are selling money, they are hiding under the shade of the tree. And that money they are selling under that tree, is the reason why Naira was losing its value. Emefiole, economic professor, Nigeria Central Bank governor. Hey, oh yeah, cut the tree, all the trees. It's true. All these people selling dollar, they are blah, 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 blah. Educated Werezo on social media, they defended that. Fast forward again. A guy came up. There was a platform called Aboki Forex on social media, on the internet. Aboki Forex is like a platform where you can get up-to-date exchange rate value. The Central Bank of Nigeria, Emefiole, they are telling everybody, don't listen to them. Dollar is 200 Naira. Dollar is 300 Naira. Dollar is 250. Dollar is this and that officially. But guess what? Even Central Bank themselves, Emefiole and the rest of them, they are buying from black market. That's my own theory. They ran out so bad that it exposed Nigeria, because around that time, Nigeria was not making, when Nigeria was making $0 from crude oil. Usually, when they get paid, the crude oil royalty, when they pay them, they will use that quickly as a coverage. So Central Bank will hold the dollars and give Nigeria Naira, give the states Naira, give all of them Naira. Under this Olori Bruku Olays, APC, Egbekegbe, the NNPC Nigeria remitted $0 many times. So all of that exposed Nigeria. JP Chase Morgan, Chase Morgan, JP Morgan, America, that is holding something called the Financial Credibility Trust for Nigeria. They remove Nigeria and say, these people then be wary. This one's going to spoil business. Oil producing country Nigeria, they removed Nigeria from it when all this financial impropriety were going on. But in Nigeria, in the media, the looters, the people who stole money, the people who are like selling our this, they are the people who make Nigeria worse. And the wearies, educated Olori Brukus, they believe them. I was here telling you that these guys are liars. This bunch of criminals are criminals that you should not see or take serious by their words. Mayegun, can't you just have small faith? Can't you just believe in the government? Government is doing their effort. They are doing their best. They are doing their best. They are destroying your lives by destroying the economy that hold the fiber of your daily life. Country will be say, na kill and hit una be. 90% of you in Nigeria, including some of you who are pretending that to be all right. Now, kill and hit, you not be as a country. If you don't kill what to hit in a day, you will go starving, hungry, and you know that too. And that is the economy they've destroyed, they've tattered. And the result of that, highest unemployment ever in your history, ever. 43% people unemployed. Mayegun, can't you see? Shut up and listen. Go listen for a minute. This Emefiole is playing with your future, playing with your lives. And in fact, is actually contributing to the implosion that is coming. Are you with me? Do you think it's because religion is what will break Nigeria, Abi? Or you think tribal differences is what will break Nigeria, Abi? You are not paying attention. Nigeria is completely broken. Nigerians are broken. To mend them back, can be put into the what do you call it, bracket of impossible. You know why? Because the criminals that put you in this hole are still the criminals that some of you are pretending to say, let us have small faith. Aboki Forex came out telling people the truth. This is the exchange rate too. If you want it, this is what you're going to get. If you want that, this is what you want to get. And guess what? Emefiole. They said, this Aboki Forest is destroying Naira. It's true. They are working for opposition. They are trying to destroy Nigeria. Cut the long story short. They say, may they arrest the boy. May them ban them on social media. You know all that stuff. Last, Emefiole came up with another agenda. How to rescue Naira. Guess who were the targets? Us. Diasporans. He heard that we remit over $30 billion into Nigeria economy. And that's just like half of what they are accounting for. The diasporans are the ones who are actually subsidizing Nigeria. But it's eating all of us now. Cost of living crisis all over the world. Everybody is feeling the heat right now. And you will feel it as well. And that is why, with the level these criminals are going, it won't take long before everything explodes. Emefiole cook. They can't put something up. They call it e-Naira. Immediately I came, I said, don't jump into it. Inirani. Na GBT. GBT parau, because they wanted an avenue. It's all about control. Sure you get. And if you want to control anything, then you must build something. If you want to control people's financial, financial remittance to Nigeria, then you must build something that will hand you that. And that thing is what? Trust. Is dead in Nigeria. Is dead in your system. None of your politicians or any of your public office holder or ministry parasata or department, your MD, whatever you call them. More than 80% of us in diaspora don't trust your system. In fact, in one of the shocker, when diasporans have to transact in Nigeria with anybody in Nigeria in anything, we kind of always have it at the back of our mind that something, someone, somewhere is going to demand for a bribe before the right thing is done. And that makes us not to trust you. So bring anything you want to bring. Do roadshow. Do spend money you want to spend to bribe anybody to tell lies. It won't fly. As Naira, no topamo. They said go and download the Naira. If you send money to Nigeria, every $100 you send, they will give you 5 Naira. Abi how much? They said they will give 500 Naira. So if you send $100 to anybody, you get 500 Naira in Naira. Because that money, they can automatically, when you say send it through their app, it goes to the central bank. Where remittance for all that money is coming, it goes to them. Oil, no, they give them money anymore because they have looted the oil money from the source before they allowed the money to come in. So when the money gets to Nigeria, they loot the money. Now, under this APC, in the last 7 years, now from the source, then they loot the oil money. Dollar, no, they enter again. And guess who is using the dollar? Shouting dollar, dollar, dollar. They are your criminal politicians who have to pay for their medical bills abroad, who have to buy properties for their wives and their children abroad with your money. They need all this forex to what? After 1.5 years, it no fly. Bless everybody, just continue to use their different means of sending money to their loved ones in Nigeria. No report, no result, no profit. Emefiele is now lying to you about too much naira, cashless economy, this or that, in an informal economy. You know what an informal economy is? The economy that survive on cash and carry, so to say. Now, the simple description be that. But we'll come back to Emefiele, because it can't make me feel like I don't enter that thing well. Let's quickly stop at, let's go back to the Kokomaster, the one that is the breaking news. Mayegun, what happened to the bank? This news is surprising me. Are you joking? Are you playing? What kind of play is that? Do you not understand what is called the 1% elite in Nigeria? Their own court jesters, entertainers, the people that actually massages their egos, musicians, actors, actresses, different charity organizations giving them awards, institutions giving them honorary degrees here and there. This, all of them, and then your what do you call it? Your quota system made billionaires, and other billionaires made billionaires without any invention, billionaires without any businesses, billionaires with just being politicians. How do you think all of them arrive in that bracket and you are not there? It's because in Nigeria, like I said, in your economy, it's mostly informal, where you have uneducated people, you have low-income earners, the people that earn so little that they don't even want to open bank accounts. They don't even have bank accounts. Are you with me? They are in their millions too. So in that bracket, is like a bucket of crabs, where you have a bucket of crabs, and then filled with God knows, thousands of crabs, right? And then you manage to see those ones at the top, crawling, and then a pop, jumping outside that bucket. And feel free, like, okay, what is going on here? What do you have for me? That's exactly the system you have in Nigeria. And don't be surprised. The reasons why your celebrities or yeyebrities, why some, put it this way, okay, let's put it this way. Why you have celebrities and you have yeyebrities, okay? Why your supposed public figure or celebrities, artists, why some of them support who they support in your politics, even when the both sides of the divide have been so rotten. Okay, but like I don't speak like I make a hard Abby. Let me go back again. What I'm saying is this: you and I, let's assume now right now that we agree on one thing. Bokwari and APC, they are failure. Okay, fine. We may not agree, okay? But I'm saying let's assume that we agree, because you're going to agree with me on other things, okay? Right? So let's say we agree. Then let's go to PDP, people destroying people, with their history and antecedents. We can both agree that they are not really different from APC, But then you also agree with me that over time, you've asked or you've seen your different celebrities here and there who have supported either PDP or APC. Some who supported PDP or still supporting them today are your favorites because, thank God, they are not supporting APC. Others are supporting APC today, and you are joyful because you are like, if that person could be seeing there something, that means you are right. This Mayeguna enemy, this Mayeguna hater, fine. But this is where you should now realize how dumb you have been, believing that the rot and the destruction Nigeria is witnessing today, your celebrities or your celebrities are not part and parcel of it, even if they are not those who created the mess. Are they part and parcel of it, in and out? Would you agree? No? Come on. I just said something now that, something that you agreed with. You have celebrities that support APC. Let's say you are APC, or maybe you are not APC, but you like APC, Abi? And you like them simply because somehow, there's a celebrity that is supporting them, and you like that person. And you believe that that person can't be all wrong. Yeah, like, fan love. That kind of fan love. I just support them because my idolo is supporting them, or let's say they call them. Hey. So we agree on that. And the other people who are supporting others, they are stupid people. They are just senseless. They just hate the truth. They don't like it. That stuff. Fine. But can you then agree with me now that on both sides of the divide, by their antecedent track records, you agree with me that your celebrities or your celebrities have always been part and parcel of the rotten system that has kept millions and millions of us under the stranglehold of this chronic capitalist, selfish capitalist, complete one that is not even definable. Would you agree? Yes, now we are making progress. In 2015, APC, Egbekegbe, they announced, if you give us power, the 12.5 million unemployed Nigerians will take care of those ones sharply. Nobody asked them how. Then we are going to assure you that 3 million of you are going to be employed every year. That's the minimum. We don't want to promise too much. May not be like say we they make mouths. Change. Everybody was say, your musicians, your politicians, your artists, the one you like, whether they pay them or they don't pay them, and none of that. So you, this thing sounds good to us. Yareme will follow them. Change. Now let's fast forward to 7 years after that, ladies and gentlemen. APC, Egbekegbe. In that 7 years, they decided to start the employment of the unemployed Nigerians, especially the younger people. So what did they do? They launched a scheme, a scam, and they called it N-Power. N-Power Progress. N-Power One Nigeria. Tinyiru. That was the first scheme. How did that go? I'll tell you. Remember they promised 3 million jobs? 3 million jobs? How do we go about that? Okay, let's start in batches. N-Power. What is N-Power? Let's even say that, okay? From where you will understand the scam, okay? What is N-Power? Their N-Power was that, maybe you no get work. Don't worry. Give you small national cake, 30,000 naira every month. Then we go tell you, maybe go one place or some place, go learn how to make soap, or how to teach primary school children to be a teacher, or how to be, that stuff, sha. So after 3 months, another people say go come enjoy them. So you go wait. You go and wait until they can then maybe find you anything where you go they do, where they go they pay you normal. But nevertheless, the experience, you need the experience and the free money, 30,000 naira. But how do we pay 3 million people free money? No, we don't need 3 million people. Come on, be smart. Just let's launch the portal. Let's make it look real. The day they launched the portal, right? Oh yeah, go and register Empower. Go and the website crashed. Day 2, they relaunched them. It crashed. Day 3, finally stayed. And when they realized the total number of jobless Nigerians, 49 million people registered within 24 hours. 49 million. You know, first thing. Quick. Say, 49 million people don't get work. How is that? They went with their propaganda. Educated people, the ways that were telling you to have faith then. No. They said, some people have job. They are still applying. We should be defending nonsense. But wait. Say, because of the amount of people that we need to employ, we are going to first start with 200,000 people. Hey? 200,000 people out of 49 million to 50 million. How? And there I say, una don't enter Ramo. Go they wait for your own batches, so turn by turn. No? Because how does that even make any sense? How do you call that job creation? Last, Now queue, everybody queue. So this was when they needed Kokomaster. Oh yeah, Kokomaster, go and tell them that this is real. This government of change is coming and all of that stuff. Then pay him well. They paid him very good money. And he went to town. He publicized it. He took pictures. All of that. Empower. Everybody believed the joke. They can't open the vault of Central Bank for them. The first year of Empower. They said they have employed 500,000 unemployed Nigerians. Some of them, I still have their messages in my email, sending me messages detailing how they were scammed. Yes, sir. Can you please help us talk about Empower? They are scamming us. They did not pay us. They are telling us that our name is not out for those they will pay. Blah, blah. Different complaints. So now they're the scam day. But you know what happened? As they were telling you to go and get registered online, and they said 200,000 people employed in their book, they have already taken money for 1 million people employed. That is why if you go and read their manifestos and everything they said they have done for you, they created job for you, you will see it there. Empower 1.2 million Nigerians are working, right? They said you are working right now as Empower employed by Buhari right now in their book. How did they do that? Ghost worker. You are not, I mean, that's not new, is it? Don't pretend that you are hearing the ghost worker for the first time in Nigeria. It's a normal thing. It's a normal thing. Now, some people now so that they pay them. After this whole election charade, when they now come together and say how much we spend, they say the total amount of money we spend is 28 billion naira. I say, okay, how much you spend? About everything I spend at 300 million naira. So yeah, go and bring 200 ghost workers. Go and bring 200 ghost workers. Oh yeah, put those names inside Ministry of Finance and start paying them from level 10. And so that they do you. Sadly, the number is there. They are getting the money. So even though the money is not getting to you, there is already a program, okay? So to you, the poor one that they want to use to validate it, you are there doing praise and worship. And some of them started receiving a lot. Hey, I have been paid, yo. Buhari, thank you. Hey, my God, in my lifetime, if you're not in Jembe, thank God, do Empower. Power, change. 30,000 naira. I remember those periods. I never forget things. They call me revisionist. You know they forget him, Mayegun. Mayegun, let us go. Let's move on. You are to move on. You are to move on. No be move on. Can't realize say, una no they even move at all. What's the column? Motion without movement. Hey, thank God, Buhari. This is the change I voted for on social media. 30,000 naira. They didn't know that there are economic policies that are going to make them even poorer, wretched, and miserable in just few years to come. Hey, Mayegun. Sorry, sir. Sorry, sir. I just want to ask, I just want to tell you something, sir. What do you want to tell me, Baba? What happened? Yes, sir. There's something going on. Oh. They have been paying all the Empower people, but I have not been paid. But when I called them, they said that my name is not coming up. And I was there. I did 3-month training, sir. 3-month training. They did not pay me anything. I want you to help us tell the word. I said, tell who? You are Titani. Want to bash your Loriabi. APC promises something. You they dance, you they celebrate. I'm telling you that your dance and celebration is actually going to be like the celebration of your own death. It may not be physical death, though. And you they call me enemy. You are just enemy of progress. Shut up your mouth. Mayegun, what have you done for people? What have you done to help the people? I say, Papa, I am telling you what they are about to do to you. You are asking me what I have done for people. They can't deal with you. You can't come back. Can't they ask me, sir, I want to tell you something. Something I know already. I knew it before they duped you. I said it before they duped you. Now they are duping you. Now you want to tell me something. I have an information for you. Which information? Because they don't pay you. And that's the problem with Nigerians, eh? When something is happening, if it hasn't happened to them in particular, then it is not happening. Do you understand that? But immediately it happened to them, eh? It could be like say me the whole world end that day. Everybody learning you. What's happen? Honestly speaking, what's happened? Baba, calm down. Explain yourself. What happened? I just received a direct alert from my bank. I don't go anywhere. I don't use ATM. They don't come out 300,000 from my bank. Oh. I say, Baba, calm down. Call the bank. I don't they call them. They don't pick. Oh. Everybody learn. You know that's what will happen. That by when they duped you. These people are enemy. These people, God will punish you. Punish waiting. You set yourselves up. And that's exactly what happened in every step of the way. I am not your enemy. Oh. I am just somebody who just wants you to probably think very well with the choices you make in life. Indeed, the one you make politically. It's as simple as that. Now, so then, and now we come to hear say, as them paid the bunch, they paid him. Oh yeah, Kokomaster, show them, say you real. Oh yeah, give them funny moves. You know, like all of that. He did all of that. They pay him. They cost 100 million naira. They go account where then link to RAM. How come? Shady Bank gave them his account to pay him for helping them to promote this. How many of your artists have promoted different dubious schemes that you have put your money into in Nigeria? Confess. If I dey lie, tell me say I dey lie. How many of you? Because I dey read everything online. I'm just this quiet troll. I don't know how many of us were dey on this at all. But when you dey count people where they quietly troll, they read, they read the conversation, exchanges on different topics, on different platforms, on social media. Do you understand? I'm one of them. So if you hear me talking and you're like, Mayegun, why are you acting like this? You have no idea waiting that they read every day. Or waiting this my eyes they see when you see Nigerians in their own element, when they are expressing their frustration. You go no say more. People eyes they see shege. So I am not supposed to be your enemy. The bank gave them his account. Pay me my money, then pay him, obviously. How come 100 million can't they find way to his account? ICPC can't babam. This is where it becomes interesting. Why they go arrest the bank? How come they are announcing the bank? And they are not announcing other government agents that actually work with him. I be the bank now, the one where did the ministry, we put all the documents together, we do all the ghost work, have everything in. People will no fear people where they on social media. It be like say, you know, now you say today alive, you supposed to fear them or fear also social media stuff, on the lighter mode, Or be like saying that thing they cause hey, release him. Because they hold him. They say the banjo put ghost workers, ghost names into the N-Power payment role. No, sorry, payment role. Payroll, is payroll. You know that payroll that they take pay everybody. How the bank take carry names enter the payroll of N Power without the people working in N Power knowing. Which kind of thing be this? You know, reach 24 hours, they say, oh yeah, release them because there is no enough evidence. Ninja. How come EFCC, ICPC, how come they no pick me? How come they no announce me wanted? We are announcing today one lousy mouth boy called Mayegun, because that's what Emefiole will say. Emefiole will say one Mayegun. One Mayegun. I go share Emefiole. Just respect, you see, about GO of the Temple of Truth. One and only Mayegun General. Feel respect, see. But now so you go talk, say one Mayegun. Why they not declare me wanted? Say I put names in the payroll of Empower. Now let me give you the history. The Empower was started by no other person. The supposed professor of law, Oshumbade, fake Pastor Ruga, Ikene Shatabandu, Agbowori Baba Oja, the special advisor to Bokwari on condolences visits, burial arrangements, and God bless you, trader money. It's his brainchild. He brought the idea of Empower. He was the guy behind it. The same genius who created trader money. Because in his own ingenuity, anyway, no matter, in his own wisdom, Pastor Ruga wanted to lift 100 million Nigerians out of poverty in 10 years. And the roadmap to lifting the poor Nigerians out of poverty is to let them have access to the old cookie jar. Oh yeah, funny cake, cut them cake. He built it. He built Empower. He built trader money. He built market money. All of these are just the master key. They cut the key. They cut to gain access to the Nigeria treasury, and it cost Nigeria so much. At some point, they were actually spending 500 billion naira taking care of all of you, the Alimajiri Empowers, existing and non-existing ones. But that changed after 2019, when Bokwari's former girlfriend, no be me talk, I'm go and read about it. Shadia took over. They said, no, Pastor Ruga, you don't do. Thank you very much for your creativity. Go back to your normal post. Continue to work inside the bedroom of Aso Rock. Whenever Bokwari need anything, if you press bell, go there. You are a pastor. Talk to him and all of that. Just keep his company and all of that. If anybody die anywhere, then keep people for we need people to go. We'll send you. Do you understand? Baba said we should create another ministry for his former girlfriend, Shadia. Yeah, that's what I heard. Bokwari said when Bokwari was still Bokwari, Shadia don't move on, but I mean, there's always a payback time. Shadia was the good cook when Bokwari was serving as GOC here or serving as a military head of state. It's in direct, or go and read about it. I mean, I don't want to tell you the full story, but if you have been following, you will know the story very well. They want to open shop for Shadia too. How could Pastor Ruga be taking 500 billion? They are mad. Like, what's be all of this? Pastor Ruga will crash with money inside the helicopter. Baba still go there, go deliver money. It is a money na small thing. It is his own brainchild. He created it. He crashed in Kogi. I say, breaking news, so our Shibajo don't crash. Hey, Jesus Christ, amen. Jesus, please, make him will not see what. So, Pastor Ruga is a very, he was going there to help people, to give them money. The helicopter crashed. They still use Okada, carry Pastor Ruga, go the venue where you want to go share money. Then 2019, they relieved him all of that. they call Shadia. They open shop for Shadia. They call it Ministry of Humanitarian Affairs. The first, what do you call it? The first startup capital, 500 billion. Almost for the first time, even Pastor Ruga shock. For the first time in Bukwari's government, in the way they want to help you, empower, help you, poor people, this and that. Shadia shared 500 billion naira by hand. Lori Owo. Alaye. Láàrin 14 days. That's when I realized that nothing will go shock me again, like for real. For those who have sense to realize that how could they be fleecing you like this? How could they be doing all this fraud that are having serious impact on so many of you? Like physically, outside this whole social media, whatever. In the real life, you know what it is like? And you're asking yourselves, how did we get here? This is how you got here. This is how, or should I say this was how, gradually, that's how you got here. It was a serious one. How the bank can't take, when did the bank came in? When did the bank come in? When did we don't ask question, Sha? They can't say, more. If they hold the bank too much, and they begin to mention names, you can't realize, say, they don't make mistake. How much is 100 million? Baba, forget 100 million. Release the boy. Let him go. So the Kokomaster is going to make a possible album about his experience. Ask some of your artists too, who are like male and female, whose only connection to these politicians is just whatever they can get to survive on too. Baba, Igboro tough. Now when you go out there, you go realize, say, town tough. If you don't get something where they say they stream you enough views as an artist in Nigeria, enough to pay for your lifestyle, the lifestyle of all bling bling and all of that, you have to make friends with these criminals. And in the process, and like making the deal with the devil, anything where you see, you go collect them like that. Now the mumu where they see them as they motivate me. Really motivational speaker, Abi motivational. What you are saying is not motivation. Now motivation. So they've released them because, they didn't have so much. And that's what the system is. And it's just like a little fry. A little fly on the, you know what I mean? Just think about the bigger picture, and then you see the calamity, the ruin that these particular people represent, and how much they can put up different theatrical, what do you call it? Displays, just to get you to tag along. But it is what it is. You go hear the follow-up after that, But here is what Emefiole shared concerning this issue of money. You see, this one where I want to talk, so this particular segment, I am going to first share with you what the supposed economic or microeconomic analyst and the rest said, or what they say about this, okay? Then when I finish that, I am going to now go like one-on-one, man-to-man, like layman to layman. I will explain how this, in any form of fraudulent campaign and whatever they want to tell you, how none of this is being done because of you. And in fact, how this is your one-way ticket to Zimbabwe. I was talking to someone, I said that, this could be a one-way ticket to Venezuela. And he said, Venezuela, okay. If Nigeria get the treatment of Venezuela in another 2-3 years with these rogues, Nigerians should be should be grateful. You are going to witness on your street. Shebi is being done already, Abi. It's already been done. which is if you want to go to any Nigerian parties, even you that is doing transaction every day, touching money, dealing with money every day, una know they touch new notes, una know they touch minted notes, do you? But if you even that most scarce 100 naira note in Nigeria, the most abused, the most dirtiest 100 naira note in Nigeria, if you go to parties in Nigeria, you will see them in mint. All it will take is for you to pay some percentage in order to have that money. Now, you see that what you see at your parties, you are going to see them on the streets, like on the road like this. You will see people with money and say, how much you want? Do you need a car? You know, you have started something. First, it started with, you have bank. They say, put your money in the bank, okay? And you can take it out whenever you want. That's your money. You can do whatever you wanted with it. Then they came with regulations, different regulations on, their regulation is not mostly about how much you can put in the account. It's how much you can take out of the account, okay? And that regulation followed a stage where you have automated teller machine, ATM machines, Abi, where it says you can only withdraw this amount or that amount. All of these are called currency control, cash control, blah, 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 other things in economics. But don't worry, I'm still coming to layman, don't worry. Then after that, in today's Nigeria, you now have POS. What do you mean POS again? Is that not a point of sale or something? Whatever, I'll tell you. You know the POS in Nigeria where you can make withdrawals in cash. So this is now closer to your bedroom or your bathroom or your kitchen, where you can easily just have access to cash. There are other options where you can also make, which you can also use, right, in spending your money without using cash too. Okay? But according to Emefiole, because all the cash where you have, Nigeria GDP, I don't know what, I'm going to tell you the figure at some point, right? Nigeria GDP versus the cash in Nigeria economy is put at, they said the cash in Nigeria economy, the cash in your bank and the cash in your wallet, or the one you tucked under your bed or everywhere you put your cash in, all of the cash in Nigeria, printed by the Central Bank of Nigeria, now 6% of your GDP. How could that then be a threat to your Naira or your economy? Or how could that be the reason why all the economic policies have not been working? All of these are the faboos that you are not asking and they are not telling you. Because according to you, anyway, let me go to something that somebody who is an expert said about your money. So Emefiole put out this notice. And the notice is to tell you how much cash you are allowed to take out of the bank in a day, in a week, as an individual, or as an organization, okay? However, people are already reacting to this. And this is coming after they, started the redesigning. Or should I, no, why are we using redesigning itself? Recoloring of Naira. Sure you get now. So after the decision to recolor Naira, in order for them to stop those people who have stolen Naira and they have stockpiled them in their houses by December 2022, this end of this month, okay? So Emefiole now devised another means. They said they needed more tax. And many of you no get bank accounts. Emma Agbo, do you know that in the entire Nigeria, of population of 200 million upward, in that country, only 81 million of you actually have bank accounts. Out of that 81 million people, more than 65 million of you have less than what am I saying? They say, okay, let me take that again. They say that out of the 81 million people who have bank accounts, and you have over 130 million who have no bank account, including children. So when you take children out, you are likely going to get about 100, or let me say 90 to 100 million of people who are supposed to have bank accounts, but they don't. Okay. You know that for those of you who are that 81 million, some of you don't even get 10,000 naira for accounts. And in the number we have, they said out of 81 million people who have bank accounts, 61 million of you have less than 10,000 naira in your bank account, which means as the money they come in, you they spend them. As the money they come, even if you they get 100,000, 200,000, and they said out of this 61 million, they said 90% of you have never ever, your account have never seen up to 500,000 naira. But do you know that despite all of this, Central Bank of Nigeria, under Emefiole, continue to devise means of stealing that money from you? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? They are still interested in stealing that money from you by different logics. They are charging you for text message. They are charging you for deposit charges, withdrawal charges, ATM charges, Christmas charges, what do you call it? Ileya charges, Itunuawe charges, all those things, taking your money, 20 naira, 10 naira, 15 naira. So when they take all that money, when the bank take all that money, and they give the percentage they have to give to the government, so this is not even enough. They still feel like a lot of you, I mean, like 100 million Nigerians who are actually the real core art of the informal economy that Nigeria actually is. The one they want to turn to cashless. The one they are blaming the reason why Nigeria economy is in problem is because you are not using cashless. Now, let me read what the analysts had to say about this and how they believe this is going to affect you. Like I said, when I finish reading, I am going to now go man to man, street to street. Oma adugbo to Oma adugbo, where I go explain to you, Baba. Now, wait till they talk with this. So, all that thing where you they read, where grammar, where they talk since. Now, wait till they talk with this. So you go to bed tonight, you go think calm. And thank your God that APC, Egbekegbe, and Emefiole, they are doing wonders in your life. And like I said, some people will say, let us give them a benefit of doubt too. Let us say if the team fail, we can then criticize them. But what they won't say is that when the team fail, it's not just going to fail. You're going to lose your businesses. You're going to lose your savings. You're going to lose, possibly, you're going to lose your health. A lot of people are not going to come back from it. They said they want to do all of this because they want to combat kidnapping and terrorism. If you want to combat terrorism and kidnapping, ladies and gentlemen, now then to what? To stifle the economy of its own real oil. When you know your economy is an informal, are they talking former informal, now still grammar. Make I read this thing. We will go street to street. Now listen to this person. According to Adebayo Bakari, who happened to be a macro and investment analyst, the title, all that title. So that's to tell you that this person, that I'm about to quote, I read his own statement, he possibly knows what he's talking about. But don't worry. Like I said, now I'm going to break them down for you better. And you go know where you go begin to package anything where you feel gather, pack and say, Omo, I say, may we break up this country before this country finally break us, that we cannot even the pieces of us cannot come back together and fight anymore. They are not going to physically fight you. This is what they do to you. Policy. You remember when I did a program on politics? I said pastors, politics, policies, and the people. how all this work together, Abi? Yes, they nobody and go touch everybody. It no means say they go hold you for shirts. It go still touch you. Now you see, Adebayo, Bakari, he said, they asked him, what do you make of the central bank's withdrawals restrictions? Quote, I think the fundamental thing everyone should know is the entire restriction is part of the central bank's plan to phase out cash in circulation and cash outside the banking system regardless, right? Regardless, it doesn't matter. Cash is the liability of a central bank because they are the ones who issue it. Now, when the central bank issues cash, it doesn't do so out of thin air. It prints it because people need it for transactions. When people need cash, they go to the commercial banks. When customers request cash, it becomes the responsibility of the central bank, of the banks rather, to get it from the central bank. What this means is that the excess of cash in circulation isn't just because the central bank wants to put cash out there. It's because people are demanding it. The central bank, therefore, has to print it. The central bank is trying to do so many things at once with the currency design. They think that there is too much cash in circulation, with some of it being hoarded. In Nigeria, the banknote in circulation, the one we spend, is less than 2% of the gross domestic product. I even said 6%. It said it's less than 2%, the one in circulation of your GDP. If you look at the UK or USA, the level of cash in the system relative to the size of the economy is consistent with what we have in Nigeria. In Nigeria, the level of cash in circulation compared to our GDP is lower than what you'd find in Kenya. Yet, Kenya has advanced payment system. Nigeria, where such infrastructure hasn't penetrated enough, is now saying it wants to introduce a cashless economy. According to the Central Bank of Nigeria, it is to boost financial inclusion and to ensure their policies are more effective. Fight money laundering, terrorism, kidnappings, and all sorts of ambitious goals. But cash isn't the problem. If you want to fight money laundering, it is to ensure regulation guiding the financial sector is more sophisticated and more advanced to detect and prevent money laundering, like here in the UK. Their system will detect and prevent money laundering quickly once that money passes through their financial system. Yes, except the one they intentionally just allowed to go, which is the same thing about that has to do with a system, right? So if you want to stop terrorism, kidnapping and ransom payment, you have to ensure security is better in the country. You can't do this by phasing out cash or saying people shouldn't hold cash, because there are more creative ways. If a kidnapper says they want ransom, they'll get it whichever way they want, because people will have to go and find that cash, which is true. Now, the next one is this. How, or let's say, what does this new policy mean for Nigerians? You watching me right now as a Nigerian, what does this really mean to you? What does it mean for you as a Nigerian? How does this affect you? What does this really mean? Analyst Lunsoro, give me one sec. We have a break in transmission. Don't go anywhere.